best whiskey hipper. No.
Whiskey hipper. Hippie whisker.
Oh God.
Whiskey hipper.
That's another one.
Whiskey hipper.
It should be whiskey hipster. Whiskey. What did I just say?
I didn't know what was coming next. I had no idea what you were
Hello, I'm Jen.
My name's Rachel.
Welcome to our channel. We are Whiskey Geeks.
Not whiskey snobs.
So if you like all things whiskey,
And you're not a snob.
subscribe. We're doing an award ceremony today.
Our own awards.
Whey!
Our own awards.
Just voted for just by us.
Yeah. So
No-
it was
no
very
voting.
fair
Yeah.
and inclusive of the whole whiskey community.
It was.
Keeping that in mind. So
These are our own opinions.
yeah, and there's lots of different whiskey awards. We thought we'd do ones that are more specific to us as well.
Yeah.
And
so
you
we've
could
got
leave
different
yours
categories.
as well. We can put the
Yes.
categories, and if you want to give us yours for those categories.
Yeah, we'll do that. You can comment on
Yeah.
which one would fit.
And we
for
got
you.
lots of good. We posted on our social media pages for suggestions and lots of good suggestions.
Lots of good ideas,
for-
so we've included some of them.
Yeah.
So the first category, category 1, is the best basic bitch whiskey of 2022.
which is meaning.
So like, I suppose one that is readily available,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we've kind of thought of as like, oh, it's just there all the time, it's just a basic whiskey that you can always get, but one that we have tried and actually enjoyed.
Yeah.
So I suppose basic bitch whiskey would, like other ones would be like Glenfiddich,
Yeah.
12,
Balvenie.
Balvenie,
Doublewood.
Glenmorangie, that
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
But there was one that we tried this year. We kind of started trying the more basic ones towards the end of the year, actually, I would say. And there was one that kind of stood out for us.
Yeah.
And it was Old Pulteney 12.
Well done, Old Pulteney. Delicious.
Really good, and we reviewed it recently and fair enjoyed it.
And salty, tangy, really good.
Yeah,
Lovely.
yeah.
Very good whiskey. Next.
Next category.
Next category.
So the next category was the biggest letdown. Not to go into negativity so
No,
early on,
no.
but we had a wee list for
Yeah.
this one. We
Yeah.
had a bit of a short list. Shall I read actually what was on the short
Yeah,
list?
yeah.
So the short list was, I'll read all the ones that's not the winner. So Aberlour 14. We're quite disappointed in that one. That old Tobermory that we tried that tasted like
Bah,
Billy
bah,
Walker's
bah.
bathwater, that was a bit, I think that was because it was older.
Dusty, yeah.
For you, the Springbank 10.
Shite.
I love it.
And the cage ball.
And that the cage bottle as well. I love the cage bottle one.
bleh.
And the Port Ellen 1978. That was not that. It was all right. You
But-
really didn't like it, but
for
yeah, not great.
Because it's talked up so much.
Yeah. But the winner of the biggest letdown of 2022 for us.
And this is another talked about dram. Like a legendary dram,
Yes.
I would say, that sells for mad amounts of money as
and
well.
we tried it blind, so we were entirely unbiased about it. And it was the Scapa 16. We initially thought that it might be an aged gin.
Ruin our careers. Ruin our careers.
So yeah, we were not a fan of that, but obviously each to their own. Next category is the best smell.
So this was difficult, wasn't it?
It was until we realised
Yes.
that
Because
there was one distinctive one that fitted.
the amount of stuff we've smelled.
And we love
Yeah,
the smells
yeah,
of most of them.
yeah.
Ones that taste good smell good, usually.
Yeah. Even ones that don't taste good often. Sometimes there's something nice
Yep,
about the
yep.
smell. So, can we insert the clip? Are we going to insert it?
Hello, I'm Jen.
That smells amazing. What's smell of wine? So it was this video that made us go, it was that one.
And it did smell amazing.
Yeah,
and it tasted amazing too, but it
Yeah.
was particularly
The
that
smell.
smell that immediately took you back, so much so that you had to interrupt my introduction.
So
So it is Cardrona.
and that was the Pinot Noir,
Pinot Noir 7-year-old.
Yep.
For
Yep,
the
yep.
Cardrona Day 2022.
which we did a tasting recently with a lot older whiskies, and it did very well for itself.
Yes,
Lovely
it did.
whiskey, so good, love it.
So yeah, that was the best smell of 2022.
Yep, and not Scottish whiskey.
It was
like
lovely and
diversity.
that was like buttery and fruity and
Really
thick
full.
and
Really
full.
full.
Yeah. Next category is the best Randan.
We've been in a few Randans.
We've been on a few Randans.
It was
this
hard
year.
to decide because they've all been good.
Oh, they were so good, and we learned so much as well.
Yeah.
We drank so many tasty things.
We did. What treat?
So I think our best Randan goes to
Lindores.
That was such a good day.
Lindores Abbey. Fantastic.
And you can watch our series of 3 videos on being there, and we tasted so much good stuff, and there was so much good history.
Yep. Poking the casks. Love doing that with all the winey bits coming out them. Oh, it was great. Fantastic.
Great day out, would recommend.
Yep. You can bring your dog as well.
You can, it's amazing.
Which I love.
Next category, Billy Walker's bathwater.
So what are we saying that is?
So this is kind of a whiskey that you, maybe by all your whiskey rules, you shouldn't like, but you do.
Yeah, or you've got a prejudice against, or for whatever reason you shouldn't like it.
It's not your usual style.
But, so it's something that you shouldn't like, but you do.
So we've chosen different ones because we've got different tastes, so we didn't think we could pick just one for this.
Yeah, and Billy Walker's, obviously you shouldn't like Billy Walker's bathwater, but if
one
you
of
were
us
offered
does.
a glass, you wouldn't say no, would you? So I really struggled again with this one, but I chose Deanston Virgin Oak, only because I used to hate it.
So you think you shouldn't like it?
Yeah, and I got it wrong in our blind tasting between the 12 and the...
Yeah. And I chose a Lindores again, a Lindores wine cask. I would say this is one that I've kind of gone back, since it came out, I've gone back to throughout the year, and I quite this might not be a compliment, but quite a lot of people, when they taste it, they say it's quite one-dimensional, which I don't entirely disagree with. Like, compared to a lot of other maybe older, more complex whiskies, it's not got as many dimensions to it, but I love it.
Yeah.
And I don't normally go for wine cask whiskies either. And I absolutely love it. It tastes like Turkish delight and rose petals and rose water, and it's velvety and floral.
And no peat at all.
No peat at all, which is my usual style. So that's my Billy Walker's bathwater. Next category?
Next category is this is my favourite, I think, of the categories.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes.
So this is the Mouldy Orange Award. So this is the grossest.
Bestowing my mouldy orange
onto
an award. So yeah, this will be a whiskey that's quite weird and funky and...
Yeah, it could be one that you liked or you didn't like for it being weird and funky.
Yeah, exactly,
but
exactly.
There's not many folk like mouldy oranges, to be fair, but I'm sure there is some. Me? You?
Me! I keep one by my bedside at all times.
That's not there by your doing, though.
No, it's not there by my choice. It's there by my doing.
No. You wish it wasn't there.
I wish it was. Every time I see it. To be honest, I don't see it anymore.
No.
I mean, it is gone now, but when it's there for too long, it's because I don't see it anymore.
Yep, it just blends into the
It's just been there so
background.
long, it's part of the furniture. I might need to get myself some more, actually.
Yeah,
I've not had one in a while.
Yeah, or a different type of fruit.
Could get a pomander and put some cloves in it for Christmas.
Yeah.
The award for Mouldy Orange 2022 goes to Adelphi Ardnagurkin.
Woo! I'm sure that doesn't surprise anyone. It is very unique.
We tried that one in a video as well. You tried it blind.
Yeah, it was bog.
Like manure,
Smell,
farmy, hay,
Yep.
ferrets in Roquefort, all kinds of... Jobby. All kinds of jobby.
Farm jobby.
Yep. So that was our Mouldy Orange Award, because it's not just disgusting whiskey, lots of people really like it.
It's
And
complex.
It's very complex.
Like a mouldy orange.
Yep. As we've discussed before.
Yep. Lots to that.
Yep.
So, well done to Ardnagurkin.
Well done. Our next category is Best Springbank Alternative.
And we toyed around with different distilleries to do that with. But we thought Springbank is the one that's hardest to get and that's most lusted after at the moment.
Yes, I think so. And most kind of in vogue. And so what we thought, if you think about the tasting notes from Springbank and the tasting notes from this other distillery, they're often quite similar.
Yep.
The winner of Best Springbank Alternative is Ardnamurchan.
Yay.
So it's got the same kind of malty, farmy notes,
Yep.
toffee notes, fruity bits. So yeah, quite similar tasting notes, although they don't always taste like the same.
No.
Similar kind of notes. So
Yep.
I think it would suit similar people with similar
And
tastes.
it's not mega easy to get, but much easier to get.
than Springbank.
So
Yeah. The next category is
Hippie Whisker. What is the most hipster? So we were meaning to say whiskey hipster.
I'll put the...
Am I like a total hipsky whisker? Hippie whisker.
Hippie whisker.
A whiskey hipster. So we thought the most hipstery kind of new whiskey, like they're not maybe...
It's not cool yet. We can all like it before it's cool.
Yes, because they're quite new, this one. So we chose a bottling company.
Yeah, so we were swithering whether we should choose like one of the new distilleries, but we chose one that we've actually really enjoyed, and yeah, it's a cool idea, and so we chose a bottling company instead, and it is Stravage Spirits, the Tricara range.
Yeah.
So we've done a video on those on here. They did a Tomatin 36-year-old.
Delicious.
Lovely. A Linkwood 12, which was your favourite. And my favourite was a Bunnahabhain 9-year-old, which tasted like smoky fudge. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So that's our top tip to keep your eye on, I guess, for the next wee while.
And they're very well priced as well.
They are, which we always like. Good value for money for good drams. So that is our Hippie Whisker Award for 2022.
And you probably haven't heard of it, which means it's truly hipster.
Yes. So our next category is our whiskey moment, our top whiskey moment of 2022.
Which is hard.
Oh,
so this
one was hard because we've had so many moments here.
Yep.
Trying good whiskey, but we kind of thought it should more be not just about the whiskey, but about the surrounding, the moments surrounding it. What was yours? You want to go first?
So I toyed around for ages, and I eventually settled on just after we'd finished Aquavitae, because I was very nervous for that, and I felt a wee bit jolly because I'd had some drams and the house was empty, and I walked around and tidied and drank a wee bit more whiskey, and I had a great time.
And what whiskey were you drinking?
I was drinking the Lindores wine cask.
Oh, nice.
I'm always drinking that.
Me too.
Never get rid of it. I don't know where it all comes from.
My top whiskey moment was climbing Munro, Benmore on the Isle of Mull with two of my friends, and we drank from a hip flask at the top of the hill when we got there. We couldn't see a thing, it was thick fog at the top, we were in a cloud basically, but the whiskey tasted so good, and it was a Tobermory 12 that Kerry had brought along. So thank you very much, Kerry. That was my top whiskey moment of 2022, and it was a Tobermory 12.
Perfect setting.
That I am wearing the sweatshirt to advertise it.
And the last award.
The last category is Best Commenter.
Yes.
We've had so many good comments that make us laugh so much on our videos, so thank you to everybody who commented. There is an honourable mention for this one actually, because it wasn't a comment on one of our videos, it was a comment on when we were on Aquavitae, and it was Jimmy Legg. Thank you very much for commenting, Jimmy, and I can't stop laughing at it. You've just got me in one. I can't even remember the exact wording, I should have looked it up for this, but he said something about, I love how Jen's just a mess. And I was like, he knows me, but it's inside my brain. So the winner of the best commenter on our channel for 2022 was BD Wilcox. Very funny comments.
Funny guy.
Makes us laugh on almost every video.
Yeah. And if you've not checked out his comments, you should just have a look. You'll find them on most of our, or quite a few of our videos, he comments usually.
So we've got a few examples here. He said, Jen's armband should have been tie-dyed. I love tie-dyed. And he says, proof, it tastes like bitter fly spray, but I don't mind that. I rest my case, gentlemen. True, very true. And if you're looking for a 36-year-old tomato, the most likely place is under Jen's bed, beside the random orange, kiwi and rutabaga. Reseller, what profile were you going for with your blend? Blender, the goal we had in mind was a cat that slept in a garage. Reseller, oh, I see. Very interesting. Furiously pushes panic button under the desk. He is back to the orange again. Knowing what we already know about her unconventional fruit storage, in no way would I be surprised if Jen found a spike of barley in her shoe. Probably not. I'll have found worse. I spilled a pizza in my shoe.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Hot pizza straight into the oven, slid straight off the tray and into my shoe. I wasn't wearing it at the time, but it was a really bad old shoe, so it couldn't possibly have been eaten out of there. I did have a second pizza waiting for me, so I cooked that and had that instead. I had a spare.
You had to justify why you didn't eat the pizza out of the shoe. They're very old shoes, so I couldn't possibly.
The worst thought is there's definitely some internet freak hyperventilating over Rachel's description of her foot odour.
Hyperventilate away, my friends.
Oh, this one is a good one. We loved this one.
Love this.
Whiskey is a must for wilderness survival, and if you get lost in the woods and feel that there's no one ever going to find you, pull out the whiskey, add some water to it, and within 3 to 5 seconds, some know-it-all will appear out of nowhere and tell you you're drinking it wrong. Which is so true. So true. And very good wilderness survival technique.
Yes, definitely.
You know, Jen, you're warned many times not to sleep in your Carmen Miranda headdress. New Tobermory sounds more like Toberlessy. I knew you would like that one.
Like all of a good pun.
Either you're both giants or those are the tiniest Glencairns I've ever seen. No, we're both giants. It's a well-known fact.
Yep.
Someone else has commented that too. So.
We are the only female-owned whisky shop in the country, but we're also the only giant-owned whisky shop.
Yes. So if you want to support your giant-owned whisky shops,
the giant community. Yeah. It has been a fantastic year.
It has been a great year.
Whiskey.
It's a great year for whiskey. We've tried a lot of amazing whiskies.
And looking forward to more tasty ones next year.
Yes, definitely. And interacting with lots more people on our comments.
And I think we'll see next year, but it'd be cool if we did the same ones maybe next year.
Yeah, the same categories and see what we come up with.
And you should comment what your categories are.
Yeah, list them down below, and then you can comment which would be your whiskey for each category. And we hope you're enjoying the Christmas, the holiday season.
Chilling out.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Drink some whiskey.
Oh, I've just got a bottle.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Cheers.
Slange. Enjoy.
And here's to 2023. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, please give it a like and a subscribe. And you can follow us on social media at The Grail Tastings. See you next time. Slange.
You should get a cat that tastes like that. A whiskey that tastes like that.
Tastes like that cat.
I want to look at a cat.
I thought you were going to say we should get a panic button.
We should.
Have one.
We do, exactly, yes we do. We should get a second panic button.
Oh.